Hi, this is Highbridge Motorhomes Devon branch on a beautiful and slightly ethereal January morning in mid-2026. The sun has come out, which is a rarely seen thing as it feels recently, and we're doing the first of our monthly vlogs. So for those of you who haven't seen one of these before, this is where we just have a walk around the forecourt and chat about what's new, what's coming up, what's been going on in the world of motorhomes in general and Highbridge Devon. But we've started this one from somewhere different. So this is down by our workshop. So here at the Devon branch of Highbridge. So Highbridge, as you don't know, we've got two branches. We've got ourselves, and we are 4.5 acres or so. So we've got staff parking down there. This area here is the seldom seen, but this is the workshop parking where your service vans and things go. We've got a 5-bay workshop here that does all the habitation, PDIs, after sales service work. I've just trod in a big cold puddle, and just 2 minutes down the road we've got a 4-bay damp workshop with then a storage compound as well off site. So we're quite big. Obviously our Somerset branch is about the size of London, so that's 20 plus acres, and it's one of the biggest sites in the motorhome industry. So we're a very well facilitated company. We've got Valeting Bay over there. Only thing we don't do down here is mechanical work. We send that to our Somerset branch currently, but we're always looking at expanding. So that's the workshop there. Got teams of drivers who go out picking vans up, dropping vans off for us with caravans. Then we have in stock at any time about 100 plus new and used caravans, pushed around the site by fleet of our venerable Mark 1 Toyota RAV4 there, which I think has been in the company, someone told me, pretty much from new, which is amazing. So yeah, 100 plus new and used caravans, 100 plus new and used motorhomes that we're just coming up to shortly. Got a good sized car park. We've got a lot of stock in, so we try and keep this as free as possible, which is a constant battle. We're in beautiful South Devon, just outside Newton Abbot. We give you a free night and 12 hours campsite when you pick up a van from us here. That's just down the road here. Stover Country Park is just there. And then we've got a really big accessory shop and sales office in there, and you literally come into us straight from the A38 South Devon Expressway, which just runs past our forecourt there. So you couldn't get a easier dealership to get to, normally to park at. And then we've got all the accessory shop for anything that you need, and full workshop facilities if you buy a van from us, so we can look after it for you. So January's a really good month for us in the motorhome trade. Goes a little bit quiet in December, not as quiet as it used to, but January, as soon as we reopen, we close for Christmas, as soon as we open on the 2nd January, phone starts ringing. Now, we do 12 to 13 new brands, some of which are exclusively retailed from here at our Devon branch. Bailey, new to us for 2026, and now as you can see we've got a very good product lineup of Baileys, and we've done really well with them this year. They're really starting to pick up. I've sold Baileys since they were newly built in Bristol. This site has been a Bailey caravan dealership for 20-30 years plus. Previous company here before Highbridge bought it with Bailey caravan dealers. So when the opportunity arose, it was logical to take on the Bailey brand. So currently we've got most of our sort of demo fleet in now, starting with the paddle vans. It's the new Bailey Endurance, new model for 2026, one model range at the moment, transit based, with optional roof rack, optional rear ladder, and optional tent box on the roof rack instead of having a pop top. Don't have to have any of those things. Very cool. You can just have the roof rack if you've got things to put up there, or you can have the top box as well when they factory fit the tent box on the roof with solar panels on it. And these are coming in around the 78,000 marks. Got the off-road look that's very, very popular. Looking inside, we've got the transverse fixed rear bed, hideaway bathroom. Next up, we've sold one of these this year and nearly two in as many days. This is the best selling B62 6-metre N lounge, been out a few years. Our demo one of these just arrived this year, I think, or end of December anyway. End lounge, always popular. Bailey's hideaway bathroom, which gives you more floor space there, which you'll either really like and appreciate or not. And 6 meters on the automatic transit. It's coming in at 70,000 brand new, so they're a decent value proposition. Next up is the best-selling 75/4 DL. Apparently this is Bailey's, apparently because they're obviously new to us this year, but Bailey's best-selling coach-built van of the last 3 years. Double drop-down. So it's what you get with British manufacturers, is you get vans built for British taste, which for those of us who want more lounging. It's a twin sofa lounge with seat belts, drop-down bed above, and then a rear lounge with another drop-down bed above. Mid washroom, mid kitchen, big fridge freezer, 3.5 ton on the automatic transit. Price is 79,000. With Bailey, there's no factory options. They're all, or almost no factory options. Everything is standard. Next one along, the 69/4. This is a 7 meter with a drop down. Obviously, the one thing Bailey don't do is factory fitted awnings on the Adamos, so we can fit you one there anyway. 7 meter with an end lounge, 4 berth, but better for 2. Well, I think I'm a bit zoomed in here. Let's zoom out. Sorry about that. So you got a big parallel sofa front lounge, king size drop down bed. These beds don't look as big as they are when they're up. There is actually a king size bed. That end washroom, rear garage. The no compromise layout for 2. We'll sleep 4 though. And then now we've got 3 autographs. So we've got the 79/4i. This is Bailey's flagship van. It's back and it's new. We're the only stockist in the Devon and Cornwall area. Maybe Dorset as well. Can't think there's a Bailey dealer in Dorset. Do comment if there is. I can't think of one. So if you want to see the new autographs from Bailey, £92,000 are a lot of money, but they're Alco chassis, 180 horsepower automatic as standard. Very roomy. The big vans are 8 meters, they're wide, they're 2.45 wide. So they do this with the island bed, which has got a king size island bed, full width washroom, mid kitchen with a storage locker at the back. Again, built to British taste. It's got the lower bed, you're not climbing up to get into it. It's got the big comfortable lounge, it's got the fully facilitated kitchen, and they do that as an I with an island bed. Now I know 92,000 is a lot of money, but if you compare it to an Auto Trail Delaware, Aldi heating, so similar spec if not higher spec than a Delaware. Delaware's 6 figures today, sort of £10,000 plus more than this. Compare it to a Swift Kentucky Sport, again £10,000 more expensive than the Bailey. So it's all down to what you compare things to. I can definitely make a case for these. So you do I with the island bed. They do basically the same van as the T with the longitudinal single beds. And then we've got the big one of the bunch, the 81/5. This was the best seller at the NEC of the autographs for Bailey. 8.1 meters and 2.45 wide. You're going big, you may as well go big. Double drop down, big rear storage locker, big wide door, low entrance step. These are all 4.25 ton for a big payload, but you will need a C1 driving license, which you can get if you're older by taking a medical, if you're younger by doing what I've did and passing another test. So we've got the big drop down front bed, front lounge with 2 travel seats, 3 travel seats, 3 travel seats. Pull out table storage, freestanding table of course, because it's a British van, and loads and loads and loads of space, lots and lots of space. So big rear lounge, very spacious. Garage at the back underneath of there, and another drop down bed that will come down to there. You can stop the drop down bed and make a bed underneath as well, at the front or at the back. Big fridge freezer, look at that, it's massive. Really good if you want a spacious van for 2 or a big roomy family van. Separate shower in the bathroom. Look at that, how big that is. So again, these are the price of a Swift Escape. So a Swift Escape 674 doesn't have sort of double drop downs. Same money as this, much lower spec. Not Alco chassis. think. Don't hold me to that one. Not 180 horsepower as standard. Got double leisure batteries, solar, awning, camera, all the bells and whistles, all as standard. So that kind of covers the Bailey lineup. So we had a really good start to the year, and then the whole industry across the country, maybe weather related, just went quiet for about a week, up until a couple of days ago. And it's not just us, it's both of our branches, all the other places, and it could be the manky weather, we don't know, or you get the initial rush of business, and now it's really picked up again, which is good. So we've got the Exeter Motorhome show next week. It's only a little one up at West Point though, so if you are local, come along and have a look up there. We'll be taking 16 different new and used motorhomes, and of course for anybody going to the West Point show at Exeter, we're only 15 minutes from it. Do come down and visit us at base as well. We'll still have nearly 100 motorhomes back at base. That's all the caravans. Next up is Wild Axe. So we've got, as we always like to have, a full product lineup from Wild Axe. We've sold a couple this year already. So we've got the Equinox, which is almost like the Wild Axe equivalent of the Bailey Endurance, but it's got a pop top. Wild Axe's first pop top with a fixed rear bed instead of the roof rack and tent box options. Four-wheel drive optional on these. This one isn't, but you can have that as four-wheel drive. Got the Pulsar, a good run on Pulsars last year, 5.4 metre non-fixed bed van. There's only really 2 or 3 large-scale production 5.4 non-fixed bed front lounge vans on the market. It's this, the Autosleeper Symbol, the Mervy Pimento. We do our Castello upholstery and all our Wild Axes, but you can have your own choice. Got the curved cabinet work. This is 77,000 Wild Axe. The Fiat based ones have come down in price between £2,500 and £4,000 year on year, and gone up in spec as well, which is really good. 5.4 metres, makes single beds with infills or a transverse double bed, 4 seat belt, 2 berth, only 5.4 metres. And all Wild Axes, all the Fiat ones, you've got the electric fold mirrors, you've got the 11-inch lets you connect stereo. All of ours are automatics. Got lithium battery, 140 or 200 watt of solar, and diesel electric heating all standard. Climate control standard, very high spec for the money. So you're talking Swift Carrera, nearly Elddis Autoquest money, much higher spec. Wild Axe Meteor, so the Bailey B62 with the end lounge there. This is Wild Axe's equivalent, so transit base 6 metre end lounge. A little bit more expensive being a Wild Axe, not a Bailey. You can gauge for yourself which you prefer. So key difference between this and the Bailey over there was the Bailey's got the hideaway bathroom, gives you more floor space. This has got the fixed bathroom. Some people prefer this, some people prefer the other, and it is very much personal choice. But here you get to see all your options in one place. You can come down, you can look at the Bailey, you can look at the Elddis, you can look at the Swift, and you can look at the Wild Axe. You've got one of the few places where you're going to see all 3 or 4 different options in the same place, new and used. Best selling Wild Axe has been the Europa range. This is the Fiat based end lounge. These are down wheeled, all of ours with the optional awning and barbecue point and our upholstery, and that brings this down to 78,645 for this year, and it's a beautiful van. So Fiat based, Fiat's a little bit squarer than the Ford. Obviously each have their fans. So you get a full U-shape end lounge. Look at how roomy that is. Big fridge freezer, microwave, and with this one, the XL, the 6.36 metre van, you've got the unit there, the twin swivel cab seats. You've got a second sort of area to sit if you wish to maybe leave your bed made up at the back, or if you get up to make the wife some breakfast in the morning while she's still asleep, you can sit there, do a bit of cooking, whatever. So this is the 6.36 metre Wild Axe Europa XL, 78.5. 78 gets you the 6 metre one. Doesn't have that unit basically, so that's pretty much the difference. Both very popular. We've just sold our on display 6 metre Europa. We've got another one in build though, so and just come down, look at this one, we can tell you the difference. Solaris XL, being a bit honest, has gone a bit quiet on these. These were always like the #1 bestseller from Wild Axe. It's sort of slipped down to 3rd now. Unique layout. We've got the big front lounge, same front lounge as the Pulsar, makes a double bed, and then 6'5" single beds, one on top of the other, called them bunks, called them virtually stacked singles. Big fridge freezer, microwave, big kitchen. I think it's probably coming up to Solaris XL time of year now. This is last year's model, so we've reduced it to the same retail price as this year's model, which is $79,995. That one's got, that's with the half leather, that one. Front lounge, any wild axe. So what we do with our wild axes is we try and keep the different available options in stock for you to view out on the different models. So if you think of ordering any wild axe of any model, and you're thinking maybe I want a van, a Solaris XL, but I want the Skyview skylight, well, we've got this Constellation here, which is the big front lounge van with the Skyview skylight. So these are the full size front lounge offering from Wild Axe. We always try and keep one in stock with the standard upholstery as well. So you'll see the other Wild Axe has got our Castello grey blue upholstery. This is the standard upholstery. So again, you can come down, we can show you the Oyster Urban wood, which is the other wood finish, and different upholsteries, the different models and the different options. So any Wild Axe you can spec up with the Skyview skylight at the front. It's a £2,500 option. It's developed by Rapido Dreamer. It's even got a Rapido badge on it. Wild Axe are of course part of the Rapido group. This is a Constellation 3XL. You can have all these Fiat based Wild Axes. There's 6 or 6.3 metres. This has got the best kitchen of any van conversion I've ever seen, and a massive double wardrobe on that side. Lounge makes single beds or a big double bed, and you can have this as a 6 or a 6.3 metre van, along with the Europa, the Solaris XL and all the other Wild Axes. So that was our demo 6 metre one, just sold that one. We've got the 6 metre Aurora Leisure here. Again, it's last year's model, so we've actually reduced this van to less than this year's one. No actual spec differences between the two of them. Not for Aurora anyway. So this one's a good one on special offer. This is for those thinking of buying a Swift Carrera 144 or an Elddis Autoquest CV40. Well, this gives you the same layout, end lounge, mid kitchen, 6 or 6.3 metres, but with a single seat at the front, which is interesting. All the competition has a double seat at the front. Well, this is a single seat at the front. That means you've got less of a pinch point. You do only have 3 seat belts, but only really any of them make a single bed, and this makes an instant, slide that down, swivel that around, good flat, easy to make up single bed, which none of its competitors from your Swift and Elddis stables do. And you're paying the same money, but you're getting Wild Axe build, Wild Axe spec. So that's the Wild Axes. Coming through into the Chaussons. So we've got the last of the 2025 model S514 SportLines. These are all grey for 25. For 26 they've gone for a white body at the back, so if you like the all grey look, which I certainly do, and Swift have just copied with their Trekker range, where you need to get one of these 25 models, not the new 26. This is the 6 metre one. We've got the 26 models due in as well, or coming in now. Half dinette to the front, narrow body, same size as panel van, raised butterfly bed, will fold up either way for more space over a garage at the back. 6 metres, and these are under 70,000, they're like 65, brand new on the automatic transit. Then we've got some 25 model Chaussons on offer. So it's the 777, which is the longitudinal singles, full size coach built 7.2 metres at 72,995. Got the 630, which is the 7 metre drop down single bedded van. We'll take this one up to Exeter with us. We've got some of these on special offer with £8,000 off. So it came back for 2025. Got the big massive single beds, drop down independently all the way down. They're 6'5" and 6'3" and really wide. Full width end washroom with a huge separate shower, mid kitchen with an oven, big fridge freezer. I think we've sold out the 640s for 2025 model, which is the king size drop down transverse bed, but we've got 26s coming in, which are available on Fiat and Ford, and they've changed the name. But this is a 25 brand new 630 with the single beds, and that is 71,995. I think we've got stock units of them. For the families out there, got £5,000 off the 720, which is the drop down bunk beds up to the rear. So further expansion of the sort of family of drop down bed vans. These are tapes. So you've got the front of the 640, so king size drop down bed, twin sofa lounge with 3 seat belts back there, 2 forward faces, 1 rear facer. But at the back they stretched the van, it's 7.2 metres, and they've given you single beds, both height adjustable. The bottom one can go up for more garage space, the top one can come down or disappear completely if not needed, and then that makes a bed as well. So it's a 5 berth, 5 seat belt, 3.5 tonne van for this one, or you can have it up plated for more payload. And our first 2026 Chausson Titanium. So we've got a Tapper range for 25, and they've changed the name again for 26 back to Titanium, which was what they were called in the first place, going way back to 2019. Not a lot's changed spec wise. They've moved to 12-volt fridges, which I like. They've always had diesel heating. Now this is the 650, and this is where it gets confusing. The 630, the 640, drop down bed end washroom. So king size drop down double in a 640, singles in the 630. There's 7 metres. Well, this is a 650, 6.4. 81,790 retail for 2026, but there's nothing much you can add to them. They are fully loaded. And this is like a baby 640, so it's only 6.4 metres, but it's still got the rear garage, full width end washroom, the same back end as a 640. They've changed cosmetically inside. You've got some different colour schemes going on. We've got a new premium half leatherette upholstery, which is really nice. So it's the same back end. It's a 630 and the 640, the best sellers. Hello, big storage in there, access to the garage. Same kitchen. Big fridge freezer. So that's your new 12-volt fridge freezer. But the difference with the 650 is in the front. So whereas on the 630 and the 640, these sofas are longer, and you've got king size drop down bed. This is a standard size, it's like 4'6" wide, tapering in, and that, but it will still drop all the way down. It's only 6.4 metres, all automatic, all on the transit. They've all got awning, solar panel, reversing camera, sat nav, Apple CarPlay, alloy wheels. They've got all the gear and quite a lot of good ideas. So that's the Chausson 650. Now we're coming through into Elddis land. Got a lot of Elddis, haven't we? So Elldis probably win best improved manufacturer of the last 2 years. I think it would be fair to say that Swift also really raised their game, and Elldis have had massive changes. They're owned by Hymer, the German company, and they've had a rejig of their ideas, their model range, the management. They're a very young and increasingly innovative company, and also they're calling on the expertise of the parent company, Hymer in Germany. And one of the things that's got them is access to a range of 3 new anglicised Polish-built van conversions. I just yesterday done an individual video of this. You'll see it on the YouTube page, possibly next to this video or very near to it. So there's 3 Elldis Whirlwind GTV Elldis van conversions, automatic Peugeot Boxer based ones. Interestingly, they're actually the only Elldis that's built in outside of the UK, and whereas Elldis traditionally built on Peugeot in the UK, they've now switched to Fiat, and these come in on Peugeots. So they're all fixed bed van conversions. This is the biggest one, the 6.3 metre one with the single beds. It's they're automatic at 62,000, brand new, including awning, reversing camera. I really like these. Do watch the individual video if you're interested in any of these Whirlwind GTVs. So they do 5.4 metre medium wheelbase with a transverse bed, 6.36 metre extra long wheelbase with fold up, drop down single beds, or a 6 metre with a transverse bed, the 560. I like the simplicity of these. There's nothing you don't need. It's all sort of tried and tested stuff, but there's everything you do need included in what is a very, very competitive price, and they feel very, very solidly put together. So that's the Polish Elldis, and then we've got the Autoquest van conversion range, the new CV20 Evolve. So these are coming in. These have come down in price in real terms. They've come down in price. So most manufacturers have been able to either keep prices the same or bring out new, better value ranges, or lower prices through changing options and packs and things this year, maybe. I don't know, I think possibly, and I don't know this, but maybe now that you can buy this base vehicle, which is a Fiat Ducato in this instance, you can buy it badged as a Vauxhall, a Fiat, a Peugeot, a Citroen, a Toyota, or an Iveco in as higher numbers as you want. There's a lot of competition, as well as sort of all your Fords and Mercedes and Volkswagens and other vans. So possibly prices have come down, so they've been able to make the prices more competitive. So this is the best-selling CV range. Came out in 2019, really revolutionised the industry. Tried and tested layouts at good price points. So this has got everything on it. There's nothing to add to these. So your automatic, solar, awning, camera, alloys, the grey colour, the fly screen door. So you've got all the bells and whistles apart from microwave. So they do a version of these which is about £4,000 more expensive, and that includes a microwave. Not in the CVs though, to be fair, in the coach builts. And you get like auto headlights and keyless start and extra electronic stuff there, but it's £4,000 more. Now, we can't justify that. I don't think it's worth it. So we've ordered these in Evolve spec, which gives you all the important stuff: Pioneer head unit, Apple CarPlay, automatic, 71.5. So we've got the CV20, 2-berth, twin sofa, end lounge. I think that's been the best selling one for us. Then you got the CV40. So you've got a 25 and a 26 model, 25 anniversary edition, everybody's anniversary last year, 60th. 72,995, down from 77. So we've got the 25 model there, brand new unregistered, and the 26 model next to it. You can look at both, decide which one you prefer. Spec is pretty much the same. I think there's a couple of slight spec increases on the 25. It's about £400 more expensive, but it has been reduced from 77. So that's a sign of how the prices have dropped. So you can flip between the two, decide which one you prefer. The 40, these are all 6 metres, so we've got one of each in stock, 2 in the case of this one. So immediate availability, or you can wait till March, have it on a 26 plate. So this gives you the smaller end lounge, makes a double bed, and then a half dinette with the seat belts at the front. So this is the same layout as that Wild Axe that I mentioned, that's got the single front seat, and nearly the same price. So it'd be good to come down if you're thinking of this layout. So you need a 6 metre van conversion, non-fixed bed with seat belts. You can have a look at the Elddises, 25 and 26, and the Wild Axe. Then we've got the CV60, which is a special little van all by itself. Again, 6 metres, same spec as the others, a little bit cheaper, 71.5. And this is a niche layout. For those that it suits, you'll love it. There's nothing else quite like it. So you've got a side semi-fixed French bed that you can slide away. So if it's just yourself, you can use it like that, or you can pull it out, make it wider. There's a dresser unit opposite. And they haven't put a dinette in, and that maximises the space in a way. So you've got twin swivel cab seats, because there's just 1 or 2 of you. Why do you need a dinette if you don't want to take anybody else with you? And that means you can have a bigger rear bedrooms, bigger kitchen. Yeah, so it's been out since 19. Not another van of its layout out there. We sell a couple every year, and the people love them. When we get them second hand, they sell. So I didn't really understand CV60. I'm not sure if I still do, but actually, if it suits you, then there's nothing better. Now, other Elddises we have, so they've ripped it up with the coach built offering. So there's now Whirlwind GT, these. There's Autoquest, Apex, and then there's Avalon, and then there's Buccaneer. Now we order the Whirlwind GTVs. So we've got, currently what we have is we've got the 25 model Autoquest 150, which was last year's. That's when they brought out the Fiat based option for the first time. One of the problems Elddis had was they were building all their coach builts on Peugeot with both a slightly dated cab in some ways in a good way. I could definitely argue a case for it still, and it would still be something I'd happily own myself, even as a brand new offering. But the Peugeot never did an auto box, whereas Fiat do. So now they moved for last year, they built on Peugeot and Fiat. Now they're just building on Fiat. So we've got this, the island bed one, and that's got £7,000 off, and we ordered all the options on that. So you got like the Wi-Fi, the solar, the awning, the camera, the alloys, everything you could have on it. Got a little 115, 65,995, brand new, for those who want a 2-berth. That's island bed, 4-berth, 7.2 metres. This is only 6.3 metres, medium wheelbase. Single beds, not non-fixed, sort of twin sofa and kitchen. And then, look at the difference. New body shell. For starters, new cab colour, new name. So the Whirlwind GT is the less expensive one. These are built in Britain. So there's 73,788, these two. It's the 150, the island beds, the 194, the longitudinal singles over the garage, European sort of layouts. Peugeot automatic, now back to Peugeot but auto. Grey cab. We've got the new body shell, which we saw in the Avalon with the panoramic roof light up there. We've got the new Ziplex construction, so you shouldn't have to worry about damp. Ziplex construction gets rid of the wood in the van. It's been used by other companies in the Hymer portfolio for years, and very sensibly Elddis have now introduced it for all of their ranges. So these are available in 2 different spec forms. So there's Autoquest Apex. So for those of you who may or may not know much about Elddis, but for many years, right the way up until this year, if you were a dealer, you could order your own badged one. So they were ending up building about 30 different versions of the same van with different names. It was confusing for them to build, inefficient, and confusing for the customers. So you could have it as like a Majestic or a Firestorm or also all sorts of different names. An Amazon for us at Campbell's years ago with orange lurid upholstery. Now they've scrapped that, no dealer specials, and you can either order them as a Whirlwind GT, which are the less expensive one, as a dealer, or you can order them as the Autoquest Apex, which is about £6 more, and the only thing it gives you is a microwave and that extra cab electronic stuff that I mentioned, which none of it is necessary. So have maybe £4 more. It's multiple thousands of pounds more, and yeah, 73,000, really good. So you've got the auto box, you've got the grey cab, the alloys, the awning. It's got all the important stuff. It's got the reversing camera. This is the 150. It's got new upholstery, twin sofa lounge, and at the back you've got a uniquely low island bed, and it's also uniquely narrow. These are 2.2 wide, whereas everything else is 2.35. So they do occupy a little space all of their own. No new layouts yet from Elddis, so maybe that's sort of the next thing for 27. The 194 is the same body shell, same spec, same price, but you've got the same front lounge. You've got longitudinal raised single beds that make a big double bed over a garage, so like a European layout. 3.5 ton with a very large payload, and yeah, got rid of the wood, get rid of the damp. So that's most of the new ones. We do have a sneaky couple of new Swifts here. We've got a Voyager 540, which is the 7-metre drop down bed van. So again, this is an example how you can come to visit Highbridge Devon, and if you're thinking of a 7-metre coach built with a drop down bed, we've got the Bailey Adamo 69.4, we've got the Chaussons, and we've got the Swift variant, so you can look at all three and decide what you prefer. This is 25 models on special offer, 69,995. Do you like the Swift graphics? So we've got the sort of tapered back sofas and washroom, drop down bed, super modern. The Swift, very modern inside. Then we've got a Hymer car Grand Canyon S Mercedes 7-metre top of the range, 2-wheel drive van conversion, £123,000. Beautiful drive for that. And then we've got Adria's up the end, which has been our best selling brand down here, our best selling brand of coach builts. So we've got in stock, we've got a couple of last year's model Globe cars on the old cabs. These are heavily discounted, but fixed bed van conversions, German, very well built, 5.4 metres, 6 metres, transverse fixed rear bed, no offer refused. And then Adria's wise, we've got the new Adria Compact SC. I'll do individual videos of all of these. I'll either have done them or I will do them for you on request, or I'll get them done hopefully today, or as many as possible in the nice weather. So this is 6.99 metres island bed narrow body, always the rarest of the compacts. Adria built in Slovenia, they're premium quality, premium price point vans. This has got the optional leather, you don't have to have it. So we've got narrow body, 2.1, almost the same as a panel van, but with an island bed. Shower at the end, little side kitchen, and fridge freezer there, 12 volt, and a half dinette to the front. Sister van of our best selling one, the Compact DL, which we'll go to next. So that's the Compact SC, 92,000 with the leather, 90730 without it, and that's with all the options packs and safety pack and adaptive cruise, and say the leather. This one, same body shell, same spec. Pricing's fell out of it because of the cold weather. Our best seller, the Compact DL. So this gives you a bigger garage than the SC because it's got the raised bed over the garage. So you've got the single bed step up in the middle, makes a big double if you want to. This one's got the big fridge freezer option, which you can have in these. And then we've got, this one's got the leather again, the twin sofa lounge. And you can have that with cloth. So twin sofa lounge with the longitudinal singles, that's been our best selling coach built. Full stop out of all the brands we sell for years now. Special edition, 89,000, that's a wider, bigger version of it, still 3.5 tonne, the 60th anniversary edition. So same layout, wider, longer. And then we've got a new supersonic flagship liner, A-class, with £10,000 off, cheapest supersonic. Single axle in the country. This is a 780 DL, same layout again, parallel sofa lounge. It's on the Mercedes. You've got a twin sofa lounge with seat belts that flip up, electric front drop down bed, ever so stylish, full width washroom, toilet and shower. There's James skulking around over there. Have you had your hair cut, James?
I have, yes.
You're looking like Bruce Willis, I thought it was there from the Die Hard films.
Got a white vest on.
Have you? Yippee-ki-yay, happy days.
I threw a terrorist off a building last night.
Oh, there you go. This is what you get at Highbridge Devon. We will go to extra lengths, as will Hillside. So we've got this just arrived Hillside Hopton RL on the Volkswagen Crafter. Beautiful thing, Indian grey, 180 horsepower. This one makes it 90 grand. You can have a 140 for less. Automatic, beautifully built British N lounge van. 12 volt fridge, Corian marble worktop. Again, our Castello upholstery choices we put in there. 8-speed automatic on the Volkswagen Crafter. We've got solar awning, barbecue point, external socket, the 16-inch alloys. Hillside from Derbyshire. We've also got, they build these on Ford or Volkswagen. And this is the Castleton campervan. Rib bed to the back, SCA roof above, German Webasto heating, 69,000 brand new for that one. Campervans have sold really well so far this year. We had loads in because they don't show so well in December, and all we've been, not all, but the bulk of what we've been selling is campervans. So we've got the new little campervan, and then we've got a good selection of used still. Some of these we've reduced tail end of last year, so there's some good prices from Camper King. And we've got a Swift Tracker X here, so this is new, special offer, 72,995. So this is 6 metres Ford pop top end fixed bed. So if that's the layout you're thinking of, we've got the Bailey Endurance over there, we've got the Wild Axe Equinox over there, and we've got the Swift Tracker here. So you can look at all three of your available options in the same place at the same time, and there is a video comparing all three online. So campervan wise, we've got this real cool little short wheelbase T5.1, T6 from Sunrise Campers. That's effectively a new conversion. It's got the sort of off-road lighting and alloys and things, roof bars. Previous owner actually won that in the competition and then just part exchanged it against a bigger van. And then at the less expensive end, we got this TC converted Transit Custom on a 17 plate in Indian grey. Nice graphics, pop top, 29,995, and we I even have a TC conversions camper. You've got to be careful when you're buying camper conversions about the quality of the conversion, so we're very careful on what we sell. We'll only sell things normally from manufacturers that we know that we might have had before, and we are NCC National Caravan Council approved, so all of our vans we sell have to come up to industry trade body correctly built, basically, which can cost thousands to do, but anything we sell almost always from manufacturers we know, including this TC, built by Nigel, who does a lot of work for us just on the other side of Newton Abbot, and he actually built my camper, so all that cabinet work, bed, it's all the same as mine. So we've got the darkening bits there as well. Plenty of used stock out there. We got some really nice used Wild Axes. There's this Aurora XL, which is quite a rare one. This is the fixed bed offering on the Fiat from Wild Axe. This is a Citroen based one, 52,995. New Rapido there. This is the narrow body, so if you're after a narrow body island bed van, there's not many vans on the market, but we've got the Adria version, the Compact SC, and we've got the Rapido version, which gives you a parallel sofa front lounge island bed to the rear. Night edition on the very pretty Fiat cab with the auto 8-speed box, rear garage, height adjustable bed. It's one of these times where I think I prefer this over the Adria one, and I love Adria. Those of you who watch will know how much I love Adria, but I think this is very, very strong contender. Parallel sofa front lounge, low island bed that's height adjustable, and a full width bathroom in a 7 metre narrow body 3.5 ton shell with very good build quality, very good spec. 83,000. There's a couple of things the Adria has which this doesn't, but even if you spec'd it up, it's still coming in cheaper as well. So it's an island bed narrow body, Rapido wins. Longitudinal singles over the garage narrow body, I think the Adria wins, but they're both very popular. Good selection of second-hand stuff. We've got a nice 2016 Adria Compact SL. We've got a 6 metre drop down bed, Chausson Welcome 510 at 36,995. That's very good value. Sold a few of these second-hand Wild Axe Proteus. This was Wild Axe's campervan offering. Drew on the Westphalia Rapido expertise and parts bin for these. So we've got a big double bed. That's obviously all folds up again. Side kitchen, double doors. Camper King Portofino. That's a 5-seat belt, single front seated one. Again, if you're looking at the fixed bed van conversions, there's a Swift Trekker X. Done 500 miles second hand. For a less expensive fixed bed van conversion, this 2010 Chausson Twist 2 is a van we've sold before. It's 27,995. Most of our used stuff we've sold before. 6 metre Wild Axe Constellation, 6.3 metre Wild Axe Solaris XL, used Wild Axe Pulsar at 5.4. See, we've got, there's also a used Wild Axe Europa down there next to an Auto Sleeper Warwick XL. So we've got you covered with all the used van conversions. Fixed bed Deathless, longitudinal single beds, another one that's done a tiny sort of mileage. That be nice when it warms up a bit. It's a nice day today. Mega rare Adria Twin Max, very, very cool van. I've done an individual video of this, so I sold it new. It's done 1,000 miles. So it's 6.8 metres on the MAN. You've got the electric raising rear bed that's raised up at the minute, the swing wall shower, the front half dinette in the leather vast, Alcantara and leather seats, twin swivel cab seats, panoramic roof. On the MAN, 180 horsepower, 4.1 ton odd, 4 ton for a really big payload. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got security, it's got everything really. 92,995. They were 118 new. So for 1,000 miles, it's a good saving. End lounge, Swift Select, 184. Got some used coach builts down there, from drop down bed rimmers to fixed single bedded Elddis to double lounge, Swift Select. Oh, that's a French bed, Swift Coastline, that one actually. Yeah, that one's just come in. These were Britain's best-selling coach built for years, these, and I've had many holidays in 664s. Just 6.6 metres, half dinette, quite a good sized lounge with your seats swiveled around, mid-kitchen, corner washroom and a French bed. Oh, habitation air conditioning, sir, that's a rare sight, wow. I don't see them in sort of many 664s. That's got to be the highest spec 664 out there. It's good value at 42,995. This is a Wild Axe Aurora, again another older 6 metre fixed bed van, so we've got a couple of those for you. Also got the most beautiful Bailey Adamo 69/4 with a drop down bed. That's 7 metre used with a drop down bed. That is a stunningly nice van, 12,000 miles, 56,995. Nearly sold it 2 or 3 times, and I don't know why it's not sold. It is. We've not had it that long, but we just keep on getting so close on it, and it is an absolute beauty. It's got all the spec: Wi-Fi, solar, automatic gearbox. 12,000 miles. It's mint, 56,995. It's the best value one in the country with a dealer. End lounge Swift 6 metre Benamar 201. They're popular vans on a 68 plate. And this one, which is the beautiful 6 metre Hymer Ariba 600. I think this one's we're letting this one go now. We're selling it, but we've got a replacement display one due in very soon. These are so stylish and such good value. Transverse fixed rear bed, centre washroom, side kitchen, so well finished on the latest Volkswagen Crafter. Massive level of spec as standard, built in that Hymer factory in Poland that builds the Elddis GTV amongst other vans, and they're around 80,000, and that's spec'd up, automatic and stuff. I mean, that's a hell of a van for that price. So thank you for following me around the forecourt. So we're going to be at Exeter show next week, so site is still very much fully stocked, manned and open, but I'll be at West Point on the Friday, Saturday, and I would be there the Sunday, but I'm a Portsmouth fan and we are playing our South Coast rivals, the cruise ship drivers from Southampton, on Sunday. So I shall be up there watching us probably lose, while Ash will be up at the show and James will be at base. So this is our mid-January vlog. We'll try and do one every month, plus as many individual videos as we possibly can. If there's anything you want to know about anything you've seen here, as I can't cover all the vans because there's just so many, or you want individual details or individual van videos, do give us a call on 01626 832 792. So that's there, 01626 832 792, and just hit the motorhome sales option. Text or WhatsApp 07432 662 558. You can never get that to focus. 07432 662 558. That's the motorhome sales mobile. That gets straight through to myself or James if I'm off. Drop me an email direct if you want on jw4@highbridgecaravans.co.uk. Check us on the highbridgecaravans.co.uk website. It is about to be replaced with a brand new one, but do persevere with it. Also, just get in touch. Come and see us, or just give us a buzz and we'll send you full details of anything you like. And we are at Highbridge Motorhomes at Tingrace, South Devon, Newton Abbott. Really nice Wild Axe Europa used there, and a 5.4 metre fixed bed Rapido, and there's a really nice 5.4 metre fixed bed Burst and Releasio down on the Valeting Bay as well, waiting to go online. Oh, and a 7 metre Swift. There's so many nice things. 7 metre Swift Bolero, that's ready to go out. These are so popular. 32,995. Twin sofa lounge, mid kitchen, big shower, French bed, separate shower, microwave. First British production van with a panoramic roof light, and that is ready to drive away today by a quick valet. So Highbridge Motorhomes Devon, come and see us. Thank you very much for your time. Bye bye.